What's happening, folks? Banji, John, ODTV. John, quick question. Ronda Rousey versus Floyd Mayweather. Go.
Would you watch it?
More than likely.
What do you mean, anyway? Like,
Okay, imagine it. They were to fight each other. And I'm saying this because...
in
I'm saying this because... No, hold tight. I'm saying this because Ronda was asked recently, she did some kind of Reddit thing, asked me anything, blah, blah. Someone asked, because she's thrown a few digs...
Right, as she does.
Verbal digs towards Mayweather because of his history in terms of abuse towards women. He's been arrested for that, etc., several times. I think he has been convicted of that as well. I think at least once he's been convicted. I think he's been arrested a few times.
He was,
and I think
he had
he was
to do a
convicted
sentence,
once. Yes,
and he got suspended so he could have a fight. So money talks.
Of course he did. Money always
Can you
talks.
imagine
Well,
that?
that's why he is the money team. Right?
So you've done this crime. You've been found guilty apparently. But there's all this money to be made in Vegas first, so we'll suspend it.
So yeah, exactly. So I generally speaking, you or I commit a crime. There's no okay. I'll tell you. Look, we was gonna throw you right in jail, but we know that we're gonna throw you in jail for a month, but we know you're gonna need to cover your rent for a month, so you can go and work and make that money. For, to cover that rent, and then once you've done that, then we'll throw you in jail. Yeah?
Or in your case, you need to do a little video.
So she's thrown a couple of verbal digs towards him in the past, and made comments like, get me in the ring with him, and I'm sure all his history with being physical with women will stop, or things of that kind of nature.
Yeah.
Just a few nice little jabs. Right? So someone asked her, would you take on Mayweather? And her response was, in the context of boxing, Floyd is definitely one of the best boxers of all time, or he's top 10, whatever. And boxing is not my background, so I'm not so sure I would necessarily be able to defeat him in the context of boxing. However, in the context of UFC, I think I can beat anyone. So that's kind of her way of saying, Floyd, yeah, if you think you're a man, yeah, bring yourself to a UFC ring, yeah, see what this woman gonna do to you. That's kind of what she was saying. What do you think?
I think she's absolutely right. If she gets in a boxing ring with Mayweather,
yeah,
she will be utterly destroyed.
See, I'm not so sure she would be utterly destroyed.
She will be utterly
but
destroyed.
I say that I'm saying that because
are they the same weight?
I'm not sure. I'm saying that because with the fact that she has improved different aspects of her game as a fighter, right, including her punching ability, punching power, etc., I'm not so sure she'd get destroyed. I know that Floyd is possibly the best defensive boxer of all time, so she may not necessarily be able to effectively get him or anything. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not I'm not sure that she would necessarily get destroyed by Mayweather, just because I'm not so sure Mayweather has the strongest knockout power. It's not like she's getting in a ring with Tyson in his prime.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
But
Mayweather's not in his prime either.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure it'd be as much of a...
I think
in the context of boxing specifically. Alright? UFC, that's a different kettle of fish.
It is a kettle of fish.
And that's a kettle of fish that Mayweather ain't used to as a fighter, as a professional fighter. That's not the kind of fighting that he's used to. You know what I mean? So, I don't know about that one. I think Ronda...
Yeah, I wouldn't even say there's any debate about it. She would destroy him.
So you're saying he would destroy her in the boxing ring, she would destroy him in the UFC,
Yeah.
in the octagon.
Now,
octagon.
I would say there's probably more... Okay, if you look at it in a black and white term, there is more chance, you'd think, of him beating her in a UFC ring. Because it's a man against a woman, bottom line.
Yes.
A male has extra strength.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been beaten up by a woman?
No.
Have you felt their power?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm African. Anyway.
If that was to come to be, well, I think the one that people want to see is Mayweather in a UFC ring.
Yes.
And I know a lot of UFC males make the same claim. But it's a silly claim because it's obvious.
Which claim of
Get Mayweather in the ring and I'll destroy him.
Yeah, but of course, that's way too obvious.
It's an
Yeah, of
obvious
course.
claim.
It's more interesting for Ronda to say it and to call him out, and
But he's never going to do it. It's
of course not.
too
Of course
stupid.
not. However, no. But you know what? Though, having said that, he is still Mr. Money, and he is still. It feels with Mayweather. Not that he would do anything for money, but you can tell money is obviously a high priority on his, list of things in life, right? A high priority. So for the right price, would he do it?
No, because
celebrity
he
thing.
does no matter how much money is involved, he does things when it's stacked in his favour. And I'll tell you what: if you have an MMA fight between an MMA fighter, and he is the best in the world, and a man who doesn't do MMA. Guess who's going to win the MMA fight? What happens in the street fight? You don't throw punches all the time and stand off and then throw more punches. It becomes a clinch within 5 seconds, doesn't it? And because panic has set in. Now you've got someone of those two people that isn't panicking, that this is now their bread and butter. The fight will go to the floor. If he's not used to it, he's going to the floor. And I think if they are roughly the same weight, which I'm assuming they are, and that's what this must be all about, to have any sort of chance of happening, it's going to go to the floor. Obviously, everyone would watch it. What if he lands a male punch on her, and could she take that? And I don't really want to see that, to be honest. But if she gets him to the floor, there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. He's never trained in it. He's not used to it. He might have done a bit of training on it, but it's not enough. It's almost a guarantee, and it's all for her. So whichever one picks that up, it's like Banji. If you want to do a draw off against me,
yeah, indeed. All right,
it's the same equivalent. But let's say
you're a painter.
But let's say you're a painter.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm the best inker in the world, or pencil sketcher in the world.
Okay.
And
See, only he knows what an inker or a pencil sketcher is.
Trying to say the most generic term.
Yeah. I'm a painter. You're someone kind of similar type of area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you've been.
But I'm the dog's bollocks. I'm the best. I'm the top one in my game at the moment, and you're up and coming or something.
So,
and we have a challenge.
So the drawing for you is just one aspect of your painting, but for me, the drawing
is the whole thing. Yeah.
And I'm like, you're running your mouth up on Twitter. I'm going to come into your domain and do a painting you could never beat. Do you know what I mean? Although art is a bad subject to pick because art is up for audience opinion on every piece out there.
Let's say I'm the best arm wrestler in the world.
Yeah, or lawyer, anything. Yeah. Anything that you've been skilled in.
Yeah.
It's
football.
The difference in the two areas. We should talk about football one day.
I was once.
But to sum it up, if you go into someone else's domain and these are people at the top of the game, you ain't going to win.
You're not likely to win. But nothing's impossible. That's the thing. Nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
Yeah. And, I think Ronda Rousey has enough experience to be able to take on someone like Mayweather, in the context of UFC, blah, blah, and definitely annihilate him. But that's because she has proven experience in annihilating people. You understand what I'm saying? And Floyd is, 40, 48 fights, 49 fights? 48 so far, and 49th is coming up. Wins in a row, right? And no losses. So they're both magnanimous in their fields. I think it'll just be an interesting, fun thing to see, but also the added context of, their backgrounds in terms of, Floyd having a history of being physical with women, you know what I mean? And for me as well, I try not to make judgments on human beings that I haven't met personally. So I don't know the context of each and every one of those situations. But I can imagine with someone of his stature as well, that there may have been situations where someone would easily call the police on you, and that's all you need. You may not have actually done anything, but also we know he's been convicted, etc. So, it is what it is. So within that context, Mayweather, Rousey, fight, amazing. One of the highest pay-per-views of all time, guaranteed prediction. Guaranteed. We done?
Done.
Signing out. Ronda, I love you. Never ever hurt me.
They could fight in the street.
They could fight in the streets.
That'd be interesting.
I wouldn't want to see that though, because we've seen a male and female fight in the streets before.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have, and we intervened. But that's another story for another time.
It's going to be our next one.
I don't know about that, but it's gonna be one. Peace.